Hello, my dear students. Today we have a new grammar lesson. It's about countable and uncountable nouns. First, before we start the lesson, can you remember what a noun is? Yes, a noun is a person, a place, or a thing. Now let's talk about the countable and uncountable nouns. First, the countable nouns. What are the countable nouns? They are things which we can count. They have a singular and plural form. Example, I can say a tree or two trees. They can use a singular verb or a plural verb. Example, the book is old. I use verb to be is with book because it's just one. Or the books are old. We use verb to be are because we have many books. So the countable nouns, they are things which we can count. They have a singular and plural form, and they can use a singular verb or a plural verb. Uncountable nouns. The uncountable nouns are things which we cannot count. They have only one form. It's the singular form, no plural. Example, I can say butter, but I can't say butters. It's wrong. Always we use with the uncountable nouns a singular verb. Example, sugar is sweet. We cannot use a, an, or put a number before them. Example, I can't say a rice or a bread. It's wrong. Also, I can't say two rice or two bread. This is also wrong. So the uncountable nouns are things which we cannot count. They have only one form, the singular form. They always use a singular verb. They cannot use a or an or a number before them. We can't put this before them. Uncountable nouns are often, there are many types for the uncountable nouns, like abstract ideas, the ideas which we cannot touch. For example, love. I can't touch love. I can't count it. So we feel it. This is why it's uncountable. Love, freedom, education, luck, help, beauty, music, thunder. Also, there are uncountable nouns made of smaller parts. Like what? Sugar, rice, salt, sand, flour, dirt, dust, traffic, grass, spaghetti. Also, there are other uncountable nouns like some food which we can't count it because we can cut it into small parts, like the bread, fish, cheese, chocolate, meat, bacon, food, ham. Liquids and gases are uncountable nouns, like water, milk, wine, oil, coffee, rain, soup, air, smoke, blood, juice, fog. Materials are also uncountable nouns, like wood, glass, paper, gold, silver, ice, iron, cotton, wool, steel. Also, there are uncountable nouns. You have to be careful of them, because we use it in English as uncountable only, like furniture, advice, work, news, information, luggage, money. These words. Here we have some sheets to practice on countable and uncountable nouns. Lesson 2. Containers. What are containers? Containers are things which we use to put inside uncountable things, to measure them and to know their quantity and amount. For example, a bottle of water. Here, as we know that water is uncountable, we can't count water. But when we put it inside a bottle, now I can count it by counting the bottle itself, not the water inside the bottle. Okay? So, there are many containers. We can count the container, but we can't count what inside the container, as a bottle of water, a bag of flour, a can of soda, a bucket of water, a box of apple juice, a bowl of soup, a cup of coffee, a jug of orange juice, a crate of fruit, a glass of lemonade, a piece of cake, a pot of coffee, a plate of pasta, a slice of pizza, a drop of water, a carton of milk. Here are some sheets to practice on containers. Lesson 3. How much and how many? How much and how many? When we want to know the quantity or amount of something, we ask questions starting with how much and how many. First, let's start with how much. We use how much when we want to know the quantity or amount of uncountable nouns. How much plus an uncountable noun. For example, how much sugar would you like? How much time do we have to finish? How much money did you spend? How much milk is in the fridge? So, how much for uncountable nouns. We also use how much when I want to know the price of something. Here we use how much plus singular or plural noun, because here I want to ask about the price, not about the thing itself. Also, we use it with the verb cost or be. For example, how much is this dress? How much are these shoes? How much did your jacket cost? How much will it cost me? So, how much, we use it with uncountable nouns. And we use it when we ask about a price of something, and it can be singular or plural. And comes with the verb cost or be. How many? We use how many when I want to know the quantity or amount of countable nouns. So we have how many plus plural countable noun. Always come with plural countable nouns. Example, how many days are there in January? How many students are in this room? How many books did you buy? How many cousins do you have? So we use how many for plural countable nouns. Also, I can use how many and how much with nouns, and we can omit the noun. Omit means to remove the noun in the question when it's obvious what we are talking about, or when we know what we already talking about. Example, I would like to buy some cheese. How much would you like? Here in this example, A is saying that he or she wants to buy some cheese. So B knows that A is talking about the cheese. So they will not repeat themselves again. They will say, how much would you like? How much cheese would you like? So they remove cheese and talk about it as it's not here. How much would you like? As I know what you are talking about. Like also, I need some coins. How many do you need? Here I know that I'm talking about the coins. So I remove coins from the question. I need some sugar. How much do you need? Here are some exercises on how much and how many. Lesson 4. A, an, some, any. First, let's start with a and an. We use a or an with singular countable nouns. As we know that a, we use it with consonant sound or letter sounds. Like there is a bottle on the table. And we use it with vowel sound. Do you remember our vowels? A, E, I, O, U. For example, there is an apple on the table. So a or an, a with the consonant and an with the vowel, we use them with singular countable nouns. Some or any. We use some or any with plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Some, we use it with affirmative sentences. Example, there is some cheese in the fridge. Any, we use it with negative sentences or negative answer and questions. Example, there isn't any cheese in the fridge. Or, is there any cheese in the fridge? So, some or any, we use them with plural, countable and uncountable nouns. Some with the affirmative sentences only, any with negative sentences and questions. Here is a small table to make it easy for us. Here we have affirmative, countable singular, a or an, and their plural, some. Okay, with the countable and some with the uncountable. The negative, with the countable singular, we use a or an. And we use any with the plural countable or uncountable. Questions. In the singular countable, we use a or an. But in the questions, we use any with countable or uncountable nouns. There are some exceptions, like in question 1, offer. When I want to make an offer for someone, for example, I say, would you like some oranges, for example? Here, we use some and some, plural, countable and uncountable. Would you like some oranges? Would you like some tea? Like this. Question 2. Ask for. To ask for something. Like what? Can I have some coffee? When we use it with the uncountable. Or can I have some cake? This is also uncountable. Or can I have some sweets? With the countable. Okay, so here also we use some. Question 3, suggest. When I want to suggest something to somebody, okay, why don't we have some coffee? So here, uncountable, I use some with coffee. Also, why don't we have some biscuits? Here I can count the biscuits and I put. Here are some sheets to practice on a, and, some, and any. If you need more practice, you can use our grammar booklet starting from page 27 till page 39 to practice more on countable and uncountable nouns lesson. Till next time, be safe and see you soon in another videos.